Maplewood Golf Course in Bethlehem has been hosting golfers since 1914, when city folks would hop a train to enjoy the fresh mountain air. More than 100 years later, golfers still enjoy the atmosphere and camaraderie of friends, like this golf tournament in the summer of 2021.
Closest to the pin, by number 12. Go get a photo ticket. Take a picture.
But for this group, being here at Maplewood is extra special. For many, this is a homecoming.
Just being able to see them and reminisce and just have those fond memories of days of caddying. It was really, really a fun day.
Decades ago, when these men were boys, they came here to Bethlehem to what was known as a Caddy Camp. Long before the days of golf carts, they needed caddies. So in 1915, Maplewood Golf Course hosted a camp for boys, mostly from in and around Boston.
We were sort of like underprivileged kids at the time, but it gave us a chance to experience different things other than the city and learn how to grow up.
Michael Campana was 10 years old when he first came to Maplewood.
I have to say, I was not used to this kind of scenery. In fact, when I first saw Mount Washington, I thought I was in the Alps or something.
He was here for two things: enjoy a summer camp experience and caddy for the golfers.
You did have to do your work. You caddied all day. I mean, back when we caddied, we sometimes went out 2, maybe 3 times a day caddying. That's how busy it was.
Back then, city kids knew little about golf. So before they were bused to Bethlehem, they headed to the North Bennett Street School in Boston's North End.
They sort of told you and taught you what golf was about and what golf etiquette was all about and what caddying was all about. So even though you didn't know it, you learned it.
Then those kids with names like Campana, Musto, and Lombardozzi headed for northern New Hampshire and the rustic living of summer camp.
Windows had shutters, no screens, nothing, and cold water. So we would get up in the morning, everybody would run to see because there may have been a tiny bit of hot water left. But after that, cold showers.
You were divided into squads, and each squad had different duties. You know, cleaning, kitchen, bathroom, grounds. And then you were divided into teams for sports. There were all kinds of sports.
When the boys weren't playing softball or basketball, sometimes against other camps, they would earn money on the course, about $2.50 per bag for 18 holes.
We paid our own room and board. So when I first started, it was $21.50 a week. So if you anything over that, you got to keep.
Sometimes the campers spent more than they earned. Here's what happened when Tony Kazupi was dropped off to his dad at the end of summer.
Hey, Tony, your son did pretty good. He made this much money and he spent this much money. So you owe the camp $59.80. Let's call it an even $60. He said, you mean to tell me I sent my son to camp for the whole summer for $60? He pulled out 3 20s right quick. 1, 2, 3. He says, he looks at me, he says, you're going next year.
Over the years, many caddy camps would open around New England. And to make sure these young men were not forgotten, in 1958, they built this special shrine at Maplewood. It is known as Our Lady of the Fairways. Over the years, former caddies have returned here, like in the summer of 2021, to relive old memories.
And Anthony Wozniak, and I'm still sorry about busting your tooth 60 years ago, but, you know, I kid him about that.
This site on Route 302 had fallen into disrepair, But thanks to donors and former caddies like Frank Calvario, who love this place, the shrine was restored to its original glory.
And then the last person is Charlie Murphy, who is really important, because without Charlie, would not exist.
In early 2021, Our Lady of the Fairways was added to the New Hampshire Registry of Historic Places, thanks to lawmakers like Senator Lou D'Alessandro.
It provides a terrific memory for these people to come back and to see it. And as I say, it's a place to be, a place to meditate, a place to enjoy the memories of the past.
While these guys may be older, what they learned from summers at Caddy Camp was far more than carrying bags. The memories stay with them, which is probably why so many return here to pay their respects.
I went to the camp for 7 years, and it was the best experience that I wouldn't change one day of it.
It was good for us. I really enjoyed it. If I had it to do all over again, I would.